You are watching Access to Port County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the December 18th, 2024 meeting of the Michigan City Parks and Recreation Board. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesstoportcounty.org.
Welcome and good evening to the Michigan City Park Board meeting for Wednesday, December 18th. If you would rise and repeat the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Will, would you please call the roll?
Yes, Mr. Freeze.
Here.
Mr. Glidden.
Here.
Mr. Labus.
Here.
That is all.
We have the minutes from the previous meeting of December 4th. Are there any corrections, additions that need to be made? If not, do we have a motion to accept the minutes as printed?
I motion to have the minutes accepted as printed.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Excuse me. Are there any project updates?
No.
Table business?
None.
We'll move into item A, the ARPA interagency MOU, which you have received a copy of that.
Yeah, so basically the city has American Rescue Plan Act funding left, and it has to be obligated by December 31st of 2024, and then it needs to be spent by December 31st of 2026. So in order to obligate the funds that haven't been spent on programming and equipment and capital, the city is doing interagency agreements with different departments throughout the city. So this one applies to the park department. I would definitely recommend that you approve it. It gives us some much needed funds for equipment, Fetters Alley Playground, urban gardens, and then the park equipment listed is a new pickup truck with a plow and a stand-up blower. So we appreciate the extra funding from the city, and again, I would recommend that you approve this tonight.
Well, it's definitely a tidy sum. Do we have a motion to accept this agreement?
I would move that we accept the ARPA interagency MOU.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. That's a good one. Item B is the IDEM notice of intent to apply for Section 319 grant. And Shannon, you want to explain a little bit about that, please?
Yes, I'm not sure of the amount yet, but it's going to be around $150,000 ask. 319 requires a 40% match. However, IDEM has some additional fundings that they need to expend. So this application may be pushed into another grant program that requires zero match. So that's what we're hoping for. But we need to start here with the 319. And this is to rewrite the Trail Creek Watershed Management Plan, which was written in 2007, updated in 2017, but it's now obsolete. And I just want to explain to the board, the Watershed Partnership is not an organization, so they cannot apply. But a lot of government agencies sit on the watershed, so I agreed to go ahead and do the submission. I have a grant subcommittee to help me with reporting and things of that nature. But pretty much we're just going to hire a consultant to do all the work for us in the reporting using the grant money. It is important to our department because we use that management plan and our partnership to get other environmental grants for our properties. So that's why I kind of stepped up to do the extra work because it is very valuable to us. The only obligation other than my time with this grant is we can use the $5,000 that's in our recreation budget that we use for Trail Creek Week each year as match. So there would be no additional funding required from our department.
Thank you for that explanation. Do you have any questions, for Shannon?
I know.
Any public comments, questions? If not, do we have a motion then to accept the IDEM notice of intent to apply for section 319 grant?
I would move that we accept the IDEM notice of intent to apply for the section 319 grant.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I can see that Jamie's following the major leagues here with the trade going on. The amount of money is a little different, but anyhow, it has a request here for the zoo animal trade request. Jamie, would you like to talk a little bit about this, please?
Hi, I apologize, I have a cold, so I'm gonna fight through this. But basically with the animals, we have a request for the two hornbills, which is a pretty massive sized bird, if you've ever seen one. It's a big subspecies, but we have never had hornbills at the zoo. So it'd be a new species that we can bring in. We have 3 small primates that have been chased out of their family troops, which is a natural practice to prevent inbreeding. So those animals will be traded in place for these hornbills. So it'd be a nice new thing we can add to the Upper Avery, new species. Wouldn't cost much as far as more care, because we already have the food that they require, which is meat products. And then the ermine kind of fit into our same policy and program of taking in miscellaneous misplaced animals, rehab animals. So there'll be no cost from the DNR if we got approved from the application. Just cost would be bringing them into the zoo, which you'd have anytime you bought an animal to cover a species that we need to in an exhibit that we have. So we have the best exhibit possible for those guys because they are so small. The castle exhibit fits them perfectly. It's a climate controlled, a secondary containment unit in case they decide to try to get past, since they're so little. But it'd be a new species also that we have not shown. And many people don't know that they are one of the smallest weasels that do change their fur color for the season. So there's a lot of education aspects of that. Once again, there's no additional cost in food or special needs or staffing. We can maintain them like everybody else.
How big is this bird? Can you hold it in your hand?
Oh, no, it's gonna be a bit bigger than that. It's probably about that big.
Oh,
I would say about cocker spaniel. It's about that size. And it is a breeding pair. There's not many of the species, the white thighed, in zoos. So it'd be a nice opportunity to try to breed and contribute to the captive population of these hornbills.
Strange looking bird.
It is, it's gonna be impressive. And ours are about 5 years old. So they're still, that's them growing, and then their cone will grow with them. So
Uh-huh.
it'd be a neat bird for people to see.
Will the ermine change color even though they're in captivity?
They probably should. Our Arctic fox do in captivity. It's more of a lighting situation, and weather. But yeah, so I think they will when the AC goes off and the heat goes on. They should change.
Any other questions or comments? Any comments from the public? If not, have a motion then to accept this zoo animal trade request.
I move that we accept the zoo animal trade request.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
We have a construction agreement again for the zoo roof repair from hail damage. And you have the copy of the agreement. It looks pretty standard. Are there any questions I thought it, oh, Jamie, I thought she was still there. For Jamie on any of this? Any comments? Are there
I'm
any
gonna add that it's
questions?
all the hail damage from the city. We would start it as soon as we can weather-wise, with the hopes of getting it done before we open the season.
Okay. Any comments from the public? Do we have, excuse me, You have a motion to, for the construction agreement, zoo roof repair, hail damage with the, agreement between owner and a contractor.
I move we accept the construction agreement for zoo roof repairs with JB West.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And we have a 2025 Zoo Society MOU. I was reading through this, Shannon, is it pretty much the same?
Yes. So this is year 3 of a 3-year agreement. Nothing's changed except for the dates. However, we did ask this society to turn in their annual report from 2023, which was due at the end of April this year. We did get a financial report in October, but we still don't have the annual report specified in the MOU, which lists their events, how many attendees they had, things of that nature. Nor did they sign the agreement and get it back to us by your agenda deadline on the 11th of this month at noon. So I would ask the board at this point to table this until we can get those 2 items taken care of.
It answered my question, okay. We have a motion then to table this memorandum of understanding before us with the park board and the city zoological society.
I'd move that we table the 2025 Zoological Society MOU.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried.
We have the acceptance of the Kill Architect planning proposal for Wings of Wonder exhibit. Anybody have questions? Comment? Jamie, are you gonna?
Yeah, I can add this one. This is the Wings of Wonder is the Avery in the front, the very popular parakeet cockatiel walkthrough exhibit. As many of you know, we've had issues with avian flu. And there's mutations of it coming. So with the new regulations up between that and the USDA taking over avian species under their ordinance, we need to make that exhibit not only all season, that we can use it for the zoo when the birds usually come in April and October, but also for the health and safety for the birds to prevent wild birds having contact with those birds. And we can have, by having an indoor space, we can do better biohazard, biosafety, as far as making sure shoes are cleaned, and equipment's cleaned. But the avian flu comes from wild birds, so we don't, with these guys being such a small species, you want to protect them as much as we can. So this enclosure would be a basically same spot, same location, just a greenhouse type of building that will give them climate controlled, and safety from predators, diseases, and give them more space even in the wintertime, because they want to get moved in the wintertime. They can stay in the exhibit all season. So just be a nice attraction. Our goal has always been to expand our season because of the weather changing, and to help bring down our costs to the city. Be a nice addition to the zoo. We did get $75,000 donation or grant from the Zach Trust a few years ago. So that will be our starter money for the design concept, and then we'll use endowment funds for the rest of the project.
Thank you for that explanation.
How many birds are in the Wings of Wonder?
There is 186 cockatiels, 86 parakeets. And right now there's 2 macaws, 2 Clectus, 2 Amazons, who also share the exhibit, as well as 2 silky chickens.
How many birds are up on the outside aviary?
Top Avery,
Right.
total, probably 25.
What's the revenue that we generate from selling the sticks and all that stuff?
Last year I believe it was 15,000.
It's great. It brings in money. It's great.
So, and what we it's been weather dependent. When it's too warm, the birds don't eat.
Sure.
And then when it's right after the rain, we don't let people in the aviary because the birds have a harder time flying. So with this new climate controlled environment, it takes all those little equations away, so it can be open more often. And you might get more staff who might want to work it, who's not sitting out in the sun or the weather. So be a nice bonus to have it climate control.
Any Comments from the public?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that explanation. Do we have a motion then to accept this agreement for architectural design and planning services?
I would move that we accept the Kill Architecture Planning proposal for the Wings of Wonder exhibit.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And now we have a personal service agreement with the same company, architectural planning professional service agreement. I think it's pretty standard, from what I could understand anyhow. Do we have questions or comments on item G? Any public question? If not, do we have a motion to accept the approval of the Kill Architectural Planning Professional Service Agreement?
I'd move that we accept the approval of the Kill Architecture Planning Professional Services Agreement.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
CKDC Craft Corner proposal.
Yes. So expanding City Kids Day Camp is something I plan on doing a little bit more of this year, which is our summer kids camp that we have. Craft Corner, there were a couple of the counselors from last year that asked me could they continue doing crafts throughout the year for kids. And I think this would be a great program to add to Krieger Memorial Park throughout the week to give kids another opportunity to get out. And also, I really enjoyed the counselors that we had this year. We had a good variety of counselors that the kids really enjoyed. So, yeah, just trying to carry over this program so when it comes summertime, more kids want to go out to City Kids Day Camp. It's something I'm going to try to do. So this is an extension of the day camp.
How many would that, I'm assuming would be an after school?
Yeah, it's a evening thing. We're looking at like 5, what's the times on there? I think it's
5:30 to 6:15 and 6:30 to 7:15.
So it'd be 2 different sessions, 45-minute sessions. The pay per week might change a little bit depending on the craft that's being done.
Sure.
But yeah, it's just an option. It's a one person teaching and I'll be there to supervise.
Great idea.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? We have a motion then to accept the CKDC Craft Corner proposal.
I move that we accept the CKDC Craft Corner proposal.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Item I is the auto app standard service agreement.
So yes, Auto App is the new online software management company that we're going to be going with away from Jarvis. It'll handle our registrations for leagues, camps, clinics, classes, as well as online facility rentals, and down the line, maybe some stuff with the zoo as well, like memberships and inventory and concessions. Just really a more modern program, more customer accessible with there being an app and a native online platform as well. There is one change that needs to be made in the contract, and it's in the legality part. Governing law says that this agreement, number 9, governing law says this agreement shall be governed by and construed in accordance with the laws in the state of Georgia. We would like to get that changed to Indiana. I thought that the guy was going to hit me, return my email today so we could fix this, and he didn't. So I would like this approved contingent on this being changed to the laws in the state of Indiana.
Okay, with a can we do that, Laura?
Yes, we can and we should.
Okay,
Yeah, we want it in accordance with our laws here.
any other questions? Do we have a motion then to, excuse me, accept this standard service agreement with the contingent that the state of Georgia be discarded and the state of Indiana inserted under number 9 governing law?
I'd move we accept the auto app standard service agreement contingent upon the changes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried.
We do have some resolutions, 3 as a matter of fact, moving some money around. And I'll read the first part of the first one, and then the other 2 follow suit until we get down to the meat of it. And this is resolution number 1060. Whereas the superintendent of the Department of Park and Recreation has reported that certain transfers of funds are necessary within the budget of the Michigan City Department of Parks and Recreation because of unanticipated expenses from various accounts, which accounts do not have sufficient funds available for the disbursement of said expenses. And whereas there are funds available for said purposes in various other accounts, which are not expected to be paid from said accounts during the remainder of the budget year. And whereas the Michigan City Park and Recreation Department has determined that said expenses to get the accounts out of the negative are necessary and that an account transfer should be made in order to meet said expenses. Now therefore be it resolved that the following transfers be made from following named accounts to the following named accounts for the purpose stated therein. Decrease fund 2204.504 zoo fund. And we have 423.011 building materials at $5,000. 413.014 vacation buyback at $12,418. 412.005 office supplies, $977. 422.032 medical supplies of $285. 422.033 pesticides and chemicals of $597. 429.001 other supplies, $669. 422.034 zoo food, $9,000. 422.037 clothing safety at $422. And 422.023 tires and tubes at $300. And we're going to increase 2204.504 zoo fund, 439.090 contractual, $17,354. 435.040 water, $3,314. 435.010 electric, $5,000. And 454.010 charges and fees of $4,000. Are there any questions from anybody on any of these numbers? No, that's.
I got a question. I know we can't, no fund can be in the red at the end of the year, but when the fund is in the black, does it carry over to the next year or does it go back to the general fund?
If it's an operating fund, we lose the money if we didn't spend it. If it's a non-reverting fund, it remains in the fund. So this is an operating fund. So yes, if we're in the black, we start with the new budget January 1st.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions or comments? Do we have a motion then to accept resolution number 1060?
I would move that we accept resolution number 1060.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Item K, resolution number 1061, Fund 2508.00 Golf Fund Transfer. Now therefore be it resolved that the following transfers be made from the following named accounts to the following named accounts for the purpose stated therein. Decrease fund 2508.000 golf fund. And 411.014 seasonal salaries of $18,000. 413.015 sick buyback, $5,700. 422026 diesel, $1,585. 422.021 gasoline, $4,000. Increase fund of 2508.00 golf fund, 439.090 contractual, $23,700. 435.040 water of $1,585. 435.010 electric, $3,400. 454.010 charges and fees of $600. Any questions about this funding? Comments from the public? If not, do we have a motion then to accept resolution number 1061?
I would move that we accept resolution number 1061.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Resolution number 1062, Fund 2204.50 to admit fund transfer. Now therefore be resolved that the following transfers be made from the following named accounts to the following named accounts and for the purpose stated therein. Decrease fund 2204.502 admit fund 413.001 FICA $2,572. 432.040 telephone $1,356. 439.010 award and indemnities of $16,120. It will increase fund 2204.502, the admin fund, 433.010 printing contractual of $708. 433.040 water, $8,680. At 439.090 contractual of $10,666. Questions or comments? If not, do we have a motion to accept resolution 10-1062?
I move we accept resolution number 1062.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Report of officer, superintendent report, Shannon.
Thank you. I'm extremely excited to announce that we've hired PGA golf professional Justin Stevens. His first day was December 12th, so he's currently working for us. He graduated from Trine University in Angola with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Golf Management and Marketing. He's a PGA specialized professional in teaching and coaching, golf operations, and executive management. We're very excited to have him on board. He's already revamping our point of sale system that we had a lot of issues with last year where we weren't getting correct data. So he's getting his hands dirty. He's very, very interested in youth golf programming. So I would say that's his favorite thing to do, which is in line with us wanting to develop youth programs out there. He's read through our task force report and our action item list. So he is looking at ways to implement the short and long-term goals. So we welcome him to the park department, and we'll be doing a press release, I think, in January with the mayor's office. So welcome, Justin. And that's really it for today. I just want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. We're all looking forward to a very exciting 2025 with some new staff members we brought on board. And I do have some vandalism to report. 2 of our 4x4 bollards were hit by a car in Washington Park. The cost to repair was $200.
Thank you. Questions for Shannon? Okay. Assistant Superintendent, Will?
First off, youth baseball league, report. There we go. I knew something wasn't right. A youth baseball league report. We want to send a big thank you to the company MD Wise for signing up to be a helmet sponsor for this year, actually a 3-year helmet sponsor. The sponsorship fee was $1,800 and they paid for 52 new helmets. Their logo will be placed right on the forehead of the helmet, on the decal. We greatly appreciate it because it was much needed. Also with the fundraisers that we did from last year, we were able to purchase 12 new sets of catcher's gear. So pretty much replacing all gear for youth baseball besides the T-ball helmets, which we bought last year. I'm really excited about that because it definitely needed a facelift. The gear definitely needed a facelift. With the approval of Auto App, and as soon as we can get that verbiage changed and get the contract signed, the first thing that'll go up on there is a joint basketball camp that we're doing with the high school basketball team at the end of Christmas break. So it was January 4th, I think is the date. They just moved it. They just moved it from the 28th to the 4th. So yeah, that's the last day of break, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah,
We're not on yet, so I don't look.
I think I think the 5th is the last day of break. So 6th is a Saturday after that, right before they go back to school. Which when they go back to school, middle school or elementary boys will start their basketball season. So it's got a good little jump starter to elementary basketball. With our newsletter, our monthly newsletter that we have, Lakeside Life, this year in the last few months, we've got up to 183 subscribers, which we plan to build on. I don't think we publicized it much this year, but there's been a lot of other stuff going on. So we kept making sure we put the letters out. But next year we'll publicize a lot more. We'll also start adding park board meeting summaries that we'll post. So it'll be 3 posts a month instead of just 1 post that'll come every month. So I think that make it a little bit more attractive, and a little bit more information that we can get out to the public. And that's all I have for now. Until
Thank you.
next year.
Any questions for Will? Sounds like you're moving along with a lot of good stuff. We don't have a planning commission liaison report. Port Authority, they have no report. Mr. Glidden, the Zoological Society?
The Zoological Society had a get together, but they did not have a formal meeting.
Okay. Attorney's report.
Thank you. No, I don't have anything.
Any director's reports?
No.
Department of Finance, Mr. Glidden?
I have the payroll number 25 for 2024, 11/12/24 to 12/7/24, pay date 12/13/2024. And the total payroll $68,215.04. And I would move that we accept this payroll number 25.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I have the claims docket for December 18th, 2024. Municipal $83,164.28. And that is the total claims docket, $83,164.28. I would move we accept this claims docket.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I have gifts and donations from the Wix.com, a zoo donation online, $206.07. From MD Wise, donation of youth baseball, $1,800. And from the Michigan City Zoological Society, a zoo donation through memberships, 35%, $9,500. I would move that we accept these generous gifts and donations.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I have these minor transfers, decrease account, full-time wages, $195, increase account, part-time wages, $195, decrease account, pesticides, $386, and increase account, office supplies, $386. That's for the administration fund. From the golf fund, decrease account vacation buyback, $2,143. Increase account vacation bonus, $2,143. Decrease account gasoline, $39. Increase account building supplies, $39. Decrease account printing and advertising, $78. Increase account travel expenses, $78. From the maintenance fund, decrease account rental equipment, $1,000. Increase account contractual, $1,000. From the senior center fund, decrease account contractual, $29. Increase account sewage, $29. Decrease account overtime, $810. Increase account regular wages, $810. Decrease account vacation buyback, $265. Increase account vacation bonus, $264. Increase account health insurance, $1. Concessions fund, decrease account NPP contractual, $3,500. Increase account repairs, maintenance buildings, $3,500. And I would move that we accept these minor transfers.
Second, sorry.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And from the Board of Works, invoices totaling $33,203.87 were paid at the 12/16/24 Board of Works meeting to Holiday Construction for Water Tower Park renovation number 7 and $33,203.87. I would move that we accept these invoices.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
That's it.
Any comments from the public tonight? Comments from the board, right?
Just like to thank Jamie and all the zoo staff for all they do. I know it's a great addition to our city. These new animals that they're always out looking at and bringing in things. And I know I'll probably have a few more pictures. It's always fun. My daughter loved that bird exhibit. I bet I have 500 pictures on my phone over the years. It's fun to look back at it and just see how much it's grown and all that. And I know it brings a lot of smiles to the kids and the parents. So thanks, Jamie.
Right?
It's been a real good year with you guys, and I'm saying this because there's a possibility that I won't be back with you guys next year. With new presidents coming to the council, they select who's going to be on what boards, liaisons, and things of that sort. So I hope I'm back next year, but we'll see. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for all your suggestions that you have given the board and Michigan City. Appreciate your help. Laura, you have a comment?
Oh, just ditto. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a rather, well, let's not go there. And looking forward to, sorry, Drew. Maybe by 2025, I'll remember to turn on my microphone. That's what I'll strive for. That's my goal.
We're gonna hang a sign on your mic.
I'd like to thank all our employees. They do a great job, a fantastic job.
Thank you. Congratulations to Pat Volz and his crew. It's just amazing. If you haven't taken a ride through Washington Park in the evening, I would encourage you to do so. The only drawback is don't be in a hurry, because you can't be in a hurry and see everything. It's gorgeous. I really appreciate the work you guys have done throughout the year to get these ready. And I had quite a few out of town guests in the last weekend, and they didn't want to leave. They wanted to ride through 3 or 4 times. So really, congratulations. And I know there's just a mountain of work that you have done. Also, I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2025. The park board and the park department, with all its employees, have some great things planned for 2025. And I think the citizens of Michigan City will be the beneficiary of some great efforts by everybody dealing with the park department. With that, do we have a motion to adjourn? No, I'm sorry. You had?
No,
Oh.
I was pointing at Tim.
Oh.
Right.
Move we adjourn.